One of the great stories in the Gospel of John is after Jesus has died and has risen again. There is a story about one of his disciples, Thomas, who says very plainly, "Unless I put my fingers into his hands and into his side, I will not believe." Meaning that he had to have physical, historic evidence to know whether or not this Jesus lived again. And of course, the story goes on in John chapter 20 that Jesus appears to the disciples again, and this time to Thomas, who then says, "Lord, I believe." And Jesus says something very interesting. He says, "Blessed are you, Thomas, for you have seen and believed, but more blessed are those who have not seen, but have believed." The issue of our feelings or responses or emotions or reactions to belief is really that which is born out of Thomas, but even more so those of us who have not seen. That is, we have not seen the physical resurrected Christ, but we have through the evidences of history. And so as we understand our own feelings and our own responses to these ideas, that these ideas do indeed have consequences, our feelings do not drive us, but they are the things that support and sustain us at times as we recognize that the historic truth of the gospel is the thing that envelops and invests within us because of the Spirit of God who lives within us. And so when we think about our feelings, we see things perhaps only in a small way. We don't see them fulfilled and filled out. We do, of course, in the scriptures, but personally our feelings sometimes get in the way until ultimately we shall see him, for we shall see him as he is. 1 John chapter 3 tells us. So the very statement of Jesus, when he said, "Blessed are those who have not seen but who have believed," comes back in 1 John chapter 3, where John says this statement, that those who have not seen him but who have believed will be like him, for they shall see him as he is. And why is that? Because we can trust the historic evidences that we see in people like the person of John, who even in 1 John chapter 1 emphasized that they had seen the risen historic Jesus. Ideas do indeed have consequences. We have frameworks that produce a faith that we believe in, that we sustain through understanding the evidence in history, and that, of course, we rejoice in through our feelings, and the joy, of course, of our salvation given to us by Jesus.